after email with outrageous stories about her very tall, very beautiful, very best childhood friend, who, having missed the royal wedding, had given her promise to be in Shelkova in time for the royal birth. Only Katy MacBain had once again been a no-show, and Jane had gone into labor 2 weeks early, smack in the middle of a palace overrun by well-groomed, ill-mannered nomads on a collective mission to find wives. And now it was Gunnar's mission, once again, to locate a missing woman and restore order in at least one small corner of the world. Chapter 1. 2 weeks later. Katy MacBain's heart sank when she saw that one of the late arrivals they'd been holding the plane for was a kid. Please stop walking," she silently pleaded to the young boy, striding down the aisle of the crowded commuter jet. Katy sighed in relief when the decidedly winded, harried-looking woman following him grabbed the loop on his backpack and pulled him to a halt 5 rows away. It wasn't that she didn't like kids, but this one looked more excited than an astronaut boarding a spaceship to Mars. And in her experience, excited little boys like to fidget and talk. Considering she'd just spent the last 10 hours zigzagging across the country, trying to get from Idaho to Maine, Katy feared her head would explode if she had to spend the final leg of this hellacious journey being nice. It would be too much for her, and she was barely keeping it together. She groaned inwardly when, after eyeing the man next to the vacant seat, the woman nudged the boy forward once more. Katy looked back in hopes there were more empty seats behind her, but the duo stopped at her row. "I wasn't able to get us seats together." The desperation in her eyes contradicted her congenial smile as she apologized to Katy. "But don't worry," she rushed on, her gaze dropping to the book in Katy's hands. "Shiloh brought plenty of things to keep him busy." 2 deep dimples punctuated the 6 or 7-year-old's bright grin.
"I brought a book to read, too. Mine's on raising chickens."
How weird. "Why don't I just go take your other seat?" Katy said, bending to grab her own backpack from the floor in front of her.
"I already asked the flight attendant, and he said it's too late to change seats because the passenger list has already been filed."
Katy grabbed her backpack and straightened. "I'm sure they won't mind if he at least takes the window seat."
"I prefer Shiloh be on the aisle where I can see him," the woman said, jostling her carry-on and large purse in order to slip off the boy's backpack.
"Could you ladies swap recipes after we're airborne?" came a male voice from a couple of rows back. "We've been stuck at this gate over 20 minutes waiting for you." The woman aimed her congenial smile in his direction.
"And I greatly appreciate your patience."
Only the kid ducked past her to face the man.
"Our other plane was late, and we had to run across the whole terminal. But I needed to stop and use the bathroom because I don't like the toilets on the planes, and I knew I couldn't hold it all the way to Maine."
Several chuckles and a loud feminine gasp drowned out whatever the man muttered.
"People don't want to hear about that,"
the woman said, settling the boy down beside Katy, tucking an array of games, books, snacks, and other items into the pocket in front of him, and then popping his backpack into the overhead compartment. As she dug around for his seatbelt, he said,
"But I had to explain it to him, Mom, because he thinks it's your fault we're late."
Shiloh leaned into the aisle, twisting to look back at the man.
"Mom picked me up and ran like a cheetah so he wouldn't miss the plane. And if you don't know, cheetahs are the fastest land animal on the planet."
That well-aimed salvo effectively put the grump in his place, and Katy found her first smile of the day. Because really, who wouldn't want to sit next to a little boy willing to defend his mother at his own expense? In fact, Katy was afraid she was already halfway in love with the little warrior herself. More than that, she was relieved to have a distraction from the dark thoughts that threatened to consume her.
"You don't gotta worry, I'll make you..."